Hello everyone, Ranjita here. Welcome back. Today I am here with some quick inspiration for the upcoming Raksha Bandhan. I'm going to show you a quick and easy card along with a beautiful Rakhi box that you can make with just one sheet of paper. So let's quickly get started. So firstly, I'm starting with a white cardstock. Today I'm using Neenah Classic because I wanted to color my images with alcohol markers, and so I decided to take an alcohol friendly paper. And for the stamps, I'm using this beautiful Rakhi theme stamps from Craft Angles. I will be stamping these images using VersaFine Onyx Black. Like I told you, since I'm using alcohol inks, I wanted my ink also to be compatible with the alcohol coloring. I'm stamping these images onto white card base, and I prefer stamping them multiple times because in case if I make a mistake in coloring, I will always have a backup, and also if not, I will always have a set of images ready to make a card quickly on the go. So once I am done stamping, I will quickly go ahead and color the images. Now for assembling the card, I am taking an A2 sized navy blue card base here, and I am using the stencil from Craft Angles as well. I am roughly placing the stencil on one side, and then I will be inking some Distress Oxide inks over it. The shade I am using here is Fossiled Amber. The best part of Distress Oxide inks is that they are crisp and clear even on a dark surface. I am keeping the stencil in the same place, and now with the same blending brush, I am adding some gold ink here just to add a little bit shimmer since it is a festive card. You could alternate this step with some gold embossing as well, but I prefer to use this ink because it gives a very subtle tint of gold on my card. Once I am done blending the ink over the stencil, I am removing the stencil, and with a very light hand without adding too much color, I am going to blend in a little bit of gold all over the card just to add a little shade of shimmer on my card. This brought in so much interest to my card. Now that my card base is ready and I've also colored my images, let's quickly assemble the card. So for that, what I am doing is I've cut a piece of net cloth here. This is just to add a little bit interest to my card. This is entirely optional. You could add burlap, you could add any other silk fabric or any fabric of your choice to add a little interest. So once I've adhered the cloth, I'm going to add a piece of pattern paper here. This pattern paper would be the paper that would be matching with the gift box that I was planning to make. And over this I will be adding the colored image. That's it. A quick, easy and simple Raksha Bandhan themed card is ready. At the end, I would be adding another sentiment using a gold metallic marker. But for now, this is our card. Now that our card is ready, let's quickly go ahead and make a little gift box for our Rakhi. So I'm taking a pattern paper here that measures 7 3/4 an inch by 5 1/4 inch. So I hope it's clear. It is 7 3/4 and 5 1/4. So to match it to our card, I'm just taking the same stencil and I'm inking the same colors randomly over this pattern paper. This is entirely optional. Also, you could make a box with the same similar colored cardstock, and you could add the same detailing on the card as well, but I thought I would use a pattern paper and just add a little detailing with the same stencil. Now, what is a festive box or a card without some shimmer or glitter onto it? So for that, I'm taking some gold paint here. This is very regular gold acrylic paint. Alternatively, you could use the metallic ink or embossing as well, but I just didn't want to spend too much time. So I'm just taking a sponge and roughly dabbing in the gold paint very light handedly. Just wanted to add a little bit of shine to my box. I'm making sure that I'm not adding too much of paint so that the paper gets soaked up. I am now taking the same stencil and slightly dabbing over the gold paint over the stencil as well. This brings in so much more interest to our stencil pattern. Very quick and easy, isn't it? Now all I'm doing is taking this piece of paper onto the scoreboard, and I'm scoring it at 3/4 inch and 7 inch on the long side, and then I'm scoring it at 3/4 inch to 1/4, 3 inches and 4.5 inches on the shorter side. You can see the measurements on the screen. It is very easy, and you can make this box in just less than 10 minutes. So now what I'm doing is I'm snipping these extra pieces here as shown in the video. Usually you end up snipping it like this, but here I have a small tip for you. Whenever you're making boxes, always make sure that you make cuts like this so that your edges are tapered. This finishes up your box very neatly because these corners will not be visible when you make folds. This is a very simple step, often neglected, but it brings in so much difference in the finished box. So now that I finished it on one side, I'm going to show it to you on the other side as well. As you can see, I'm cutting out small triangles here instead of just making a slit. Don't make it too broad, just a small narrow triangle is what you need to cut off at the score line that you have made. Once you snip off all the corners along the score lines, all you have to do is burnish the scored lines properly. This is very important. If you want a crisp and neatly folded box, you need to burnish your scored lines very well. After that, you need to decide which one would you like to have the top of your box. This is very important when you're using some pattern paper that has a specific pattern on it. So once when you decide which one would be your base, so we will be finishing off our base like this by folding the these cut edges like this. So as you can see, I'm adding a little glue here and I'm holding this in place so that the base of the box will be ready first. Very simple and easy. You could use double-sided adhesive here, or you could use glue dots as well, but I prefer liquid glue because it will give me a little wiggle room and I will have a little time to adjust. So I'm just adding a little glue on both the flaps and I'm making the base first. Once the base is set, I'm now going to finish up the lid as well. So this is a very simple and easy box. You do not need to make a separate box for the base and for the lid. This is a box that is having an opening and is very easy to make. Once you get a hang of it, you can make them in any size, any height and any width you want, and you can cater it according to the needs. So here you can see I'm done with my box. A simple beautiful Rakhi box is ready. And remember, we've made it with just a single sheet of paper. While using liquid adhesive, make sure to hold the flaps in place for some time so that you give time for the glue to dry and the pieces adhere well. So here our box is ready. Beautiful and elegant, isn't it? I really liked how beautiful it turned out, and it is also a matching box for our Rakhi card. To finish up the card, I am adding a little sentiment from the same stamp set that I have used. I've stamped the sentiment onto the piece of pattern paper and I've adhered it onto the blue cardstock with which I have made the card. I've also added shades of gold here and there with my finger, very light shimmer, just to bring in more interest, and I'm adhering it onto this box with some double-sided foam adhesive. With this, a beautiful Rakhi box is ready. That's it for today's video. I hope you liked this video. You can see the close-up images of all the finished projects here. I really loved how simple and quick it was to make these beautiful Rakhi favors. I hope you will give it a try too. In case if you do, don't forget to share it with me on my social media. I would love to see what you make. That's it for now. I will be back with another inspiration. Until then, take care. Bye.